cow. When these two get together, you know the spirits are going to be flowing, the intensity will be high, and these two will be ready to write another chapter in their storied rivalry. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida Gators. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. We'll put total leather and we'll get started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Back to throw, it's Reed. Using his legs to buy some time. Got room at the 35. There he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open, makes the catch. Oh, not a slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wasting no time taking a shot. He's got it on the outside. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I'm not willing to play with that cat.
And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D-tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back who came in the huddle and says, Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot. And we scored a touchdown.
That is great. That is phenomenal.
He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous careless with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. To throw, it's Reed. Unloads it left. Got a wide open receiver. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Georgia. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long from their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Fires left. Got his man downfield. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
Got it in the middle. It's Craver. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to...
Turning it on! Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
It's Reed. Quarterback adapting. Fires to the wideout. This one's complete. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The give from the gun. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He slings it deep to the left. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Scanning the field, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Send the tight end in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Odom. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Tight end now in motion. Running back searching for a hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Texas is trailing, but they are within striking distance. Kind of like when Major Applewhite turned a huge deficit in the 2001 Holiday Bowl into a win. Maybe today is deja vu. They're trailing by 10 to Arizona State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Reed. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense in the sudden change situation. They've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sideline. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. 3rd down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open, what does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little light here on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to run it. Oh, better look out. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. He might want another play. Right back to the well.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal coming up. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Gator! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Reed. Using his feet to buy time. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Fires to the big fella. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more...
Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Looking for a deep man. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your
To the air. It's Reed. Here's a heat. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone. He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead's extended a little further.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try the run. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Nestles it in at the 35. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. On the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Now he's going to break the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up. This guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's going for it all. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And man, 3 plays into this drive, and it's apparent what this offense wants to do. They're going to take shots down the field. They're going to be aggressive.
Leaves it with the back.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass, it's Reed. Grab near the marker, it's Odom. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! Great job by the back on the option. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Craver. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Georgia! There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level now. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. To the air on first down. Under fire. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry up. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going downfield for the big play. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Gator! He got a step and just dusted the field.
This This is a special talent playing the tight end position because he's not a guy that's just going to catch flat routes and block. He's a guy you can line up all over the field. He can stretch the field vertically, shows off his speed. He has very rare athleticism for a guy at his position, and he showed it there on that long touchdown catch.
He'll bring it out. It's Craver. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Reed. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Frazier. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football. They play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Quick handoff. There he goes. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Looking for space. It's Frazier. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. This kicker's leg is getting a workout. He's already made 3 field goals, and here he comes. Oh, it's blocked! Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Motion from the back. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the timing just a hair off.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Turning it on! Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the right. Ball's out behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to thread the field position with the return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Bringing the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So first down will open up the final period. To the ground, he's got it again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
So, guys, we'll see this offense again. The give on the option. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. From the gun, he leads it with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Creates a little room. He's going to come up just a bit short. It'll bring up 4th down from the 43.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some content.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. The only thing I can think is he just didn't see him signal for the fair catch. That's an easy call for the official, and they'll accept the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Clemson is putting on a show offensively. It feels like this one was over when they touched Howard's Rock. They're up by 24 over Tennessee. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed, and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive line, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Gives it to the back on the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I think at this point of the game now, in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Just a Barishnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Gators will try to punch it in on first and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. He wants to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the Bulldogs backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.